Beyond Eyes. It's not a game, and it is a game. It's not a graphic novel, and it is. It's not a walking simulator. It is a very, very slow walk. So I hope I've saved you some time now. But if you're looking for a game that will change you, please join me. By their very nature, video games change your world. Sometimes they train you in keyboard mashing and in bad physics, always involving explosives. Beyond Eyes is a game that belongs in a genre of the kind of games that change your outlook. I call these contemplative games. The story starts with Ray, a young girl around 8 or 9 by my guess and blind. Created by Tiger and Squid, Beyond Eyes took over 2 years of solo work until being adopted by Team 17. Yes, the guys who brought us Worms. Published on Xbox, PC and PlayStation 4 in August 2015, the game is intended to create empathy and to experiment with the act of exploring one's environment. It's the exploring of a blind person executed in beautifully rendered watercolors, clean pastels on a muted backcloth of white, which lends itself to the empathy experience that any game making it into this genre must have. You play as Ray, but soon I feel I'm not playing as the young girl, but rather playing the part of the one thing glaringly missing, the parents. The parent who should be protecting what was once a promising and outgoing child, but now damaged and terribly alone in the world by being blinded. The sense of being alone is very strong in the game, and it is personified in the appearance of a stray ginger cat, whom Ray names Nani. Some people have drawn lots of conclusions from Nani's name, or behavior, or meaning, but to me she's just a gentle but aloof cat. Nani appears in Ray's life just at the point when she's suddenly alone, and attempts to draw her out of her shell by doing what cats do. Cat doubles as a kind of symbol, but Nani introduces you to the idea that a blind person's world is built using sounds and smells, which is why Nani smells and behaves like a stray ginger cat, wandering off and luring you through the garden gate into the world and exploring the rest of the game, which is one of the key mechanics of this game. Creator Shuhei Halito capitalizes upon this and creates builds really this sensation of blindness. Your world as a blind person and Ray's broken social life is very small, and as you explore you must rebuild these two at the same time as overcoming obstacles. You will get lost as you explore and search for Nani, and even temporarily stuck. You have to feel your way around because Ray's vision is built using sound. Sound which misleads her sometimes, resulting in some surprises, some fun, and leading to frustration too. The game is played at a slow walking pace. I mean, blind people can run, but the way the world fades slowly back to white after she passes, and the slow exploring speed really make you feel blind and feel trapped. You cannot move fast enough to rebuild the fading surroundings, and at one point it starts to rain, which literally washes away the beautiful watercolor rendered world. Basically, that's what would really happen, I suppose, because rain kind of just fills the whole environment. And the game does this really well. And I started to sense some urgency at this point, and I got totally hooked. But even before this, the game fell down a little bit for me. Just a few minutes into the game, which will keep you busy for about 2 hours, more if you explore fully, I decided to see if closing my eyes would work. Well, the soundscape's really good. Chapters or stages are introduced with some brilliant piano work to complement the mood. But the sound has holes, little things like a fountain that doesn't sound like a fountain if you approach it from the wrong side. Different walking surfaces are accurately rendered in the soundscape, grass crunching, giving way to the hard sound of stone underfoot and a crunch of gravel. But when a woodpecker at the bottom of the yard sounds out the same tock, 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 with no natural variations, then it starts to show cracks. Subtle environmental sound hardness changes and depth of echoes is another thing I expected to hear, but to be fair, I've not experienced in all but high-end budget games anyway. Those that made it up for the huge variety of sounds, smells and locations that you must explore, and the fact that Ray doesn't find a gun or a sword, which would have come in handy in some of the threatening situations she finds herself in, which is why I liked this game. I hope I've not given anything away and helped you to decide if it's your kind of game. Creator Shuhei Halito has added a few other elements to the game and story, but I'll leave you to find them for yourself. Thank you. Zephodicus out.